We are here with the Ranking Natans from Dayton, Ohio.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Pleased to meet you. This is the 21st and last concert of your European tour. And I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we added one more in Berlin.
Ah, okay.
But that's just because.
Okay.
Just because.
No day offs?
No.
Maybe. Okay.
No, fuck
Then
that.
tell us the secret to stay all this time on tour. Is good. But the question is, you have been in Holland, Belgium, Czech Republic, England, Germany, last night in Genova. You played in small venues and festivals supporting Teenage Mutant Rocket. You didn't miss anything in this tour. What are the best memories of the tour? Can you tell us a bit about how this adventure went?
Sure. Pat. He thought I was going to talk the whole time.
All of the Teenage Bottle Rocket shows were incredible. Like most of them were sold out. Just the fact that they asked us to do that was amazing. And then they were like my ideal show. You know, like 200-300 cap, short ceiling rooms, and just packed. They were really fun.
And they were super hospitable and nice. And, you know, my favorite thing about touring is, sure, the shows are, and the music is always a priority, but meeting people. You know, like, meeting people is the best, man, because it's like sometimes you meet people that you really click with and that you stay in touch with and that you know forever. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's the best part. I like eating food. I like, you know, what I don't like is like sleeping on the floor and mosquito bites. Pat likes that. He actually enjoys that, but
I dig it.
You know, it gives him an erection.
No.
Looking from your perspective, how different is the audience and the event organization from Europe and the USA? It's different for you.
Yes.
People care a lot more about music over here. It's like, if, you know, like, money is ever discussed or anything like that before a show in the US, it's like, you play, you're paid, get out. Here in Europe and UK, you see way more like they've got you a hostel. They're you know, doing a communal dinner where you sit down with, you know, the sound and light guys, and, you know, share a drink and food, and you get to meet everybody. It's a whole different experience. It's way better over here.
So it's better in
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, also there's certain levels, right? As a DIY band, which we are and have been for over a decade, you know, you spend a lot of time in the United States playing for gas money, sleeping on the floor, you know what I mean, just eating shit for a long time. But over here, even as a DIY band, you're just treated much better. I mean, it's just a cultural thing, you know, like it's just the difference of how things are. It's like kind of like how, you know, like squats in the US are kind of like associated with maybe like homeless people, and here they're associated with like a political movement. I mean, it's just, that's how it is. It's like two of the same things but different. And Europe has it right.
Okay, thank you. You are also a prolific band. Since 2020, you have an album here and a specified number of splits. I remember the last one with the Story Chains, which has
20.
20.
We have 20 songs.
Incredible.
20, yeah. Maybe 21. 20.
The last one is very good. Has a great artwork also.
Which one?
The last one with the Story Changes.
Oh, yes, thank you.
I saw it on Facebook. How do you manage to keep these rhythms and quality in your releases? I'm interested in asking how your process of creating a song works.
Is it alright if I take this one?
Sure.
We're a very fortunate band in the aspect of 3 out of the 4 of us are songwriters, and I'm also not afraid to ask a friend to write a song for us or anything to keep it fresh and keep it moving. Also, we had a lot of time during COVID to write a lot of songs, and I think we're smart about it in terms of like making sure that with the extra songs we're putting out 7 inches. There's never a shortage of like creativity in our band, and it doesn't matter who writes the song because when all 4 of us play it, it's the Raging Nathans. And so I think that I also am very like annoying about making sure people are always I'm always pushing that people are writing new songs and doing stuff, you know what I mean? And so I'm trying to always write songs. I'll call Nick and I'll be like, are you writing a song? I'll be like, are you writing songs? Like, send me a song. I mean, to the point where they're like, dude, leave me alone. But that's how we get it done, you know. And I have a vision and a goal, and you know we're ambitious in a good way, I think. And I look at everything like, look, this is art, right? This is, at the end of the day, this is art, and more so, this is how my family and friends are gonna remember me when I'm dead. And I know it's a little morbid, but like that's the truth. It's like, what is my legacy? Is it owning a head shop? Is it working at a bar for 15 years? No, it's the art that I leave behind. And I feel like it's a pretty good way to get to know who we are. And so I think that's very important because we wear our hearts on our sleeve. We write about personal things, and we keep it moving all the time. And I'll tell you this, if we put out a record that's worse than the last one, I'll fucking quit forever.
By now, every record is better, so there is no problem.
I think so, yeah. I'm just waiting, you know. So.
And me being the 4th member that doesn't write songs, because I'm the drummer, and you don't want that. I've never been in a band that's so productive. Like, all 3 of them send me demos, so when we show up to practice, it's not painstakingly like building a song. It's like click, 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 here we go. Like we show up with 2-3 songs none of us have ever played before, but we know all the parts, so you can like beat it into shape. I don't know, it's a productive way to do it.
And new albums to Stepping Blue, Redneck and Josh and Brass Neck was recorded by Luck McNeil, the copyright. What it was like working with him, and how much his band that I love has influenced your music?
Did you say why do we like working with him?
Yes.
Or what it's like.
Oh, what it's like. So, yeah, you know, I'll start with the second half. I like the copyrights. I've always liked the copyrights. One of my, I did a month tour with them 10 years ago. They're good friends of mine. As a genre, as in whole, I'm not a huge fan of pop punk. It's just not really like what I listen to. So, in terms of like influence, not very much. But as people, and Luke in particular, Luke is an amazing songwriter. And so what I like about the copyrights and what I like about all of his other bands is he's right. For me, Luke is up there with Dan Vapid, he's up there with Ben Weasel, he's up there with the Queers, he's up there with guys that write songs like that because he's an amazing songwriter. He's got Hospital Job, he's got Starter Jackets, he's got the copyrights, and he does a lot of stuff. So working with him is great because he knows like what we're after, right? He's in a punk band, he knows, and then his ability to hear, you know, those the melodies and the harmonies and the song structure, right? He's able to be like, so I'll come in there. When we did Waste My Heart, I came in there, and for some reason, every song was like 4.5 minutes long. It was just whatever was going on in my head. That's how we wrote it. And he goes, dude, this is too long. right? And so he goes, why don't you cut this here and cut this here? And if you're open to his advice, or anyone's advice, really, it's very helpful because he knows what he's talking about. And his production, he's just great. Like, I trust him with our music, and it's hard because you don't trust a lot of people.
Really comfortable process. You're just recording at his house. He has like a lake behind his house. You can go swim. And like, we just hang out and knock out records. It's fun.
So you come from Dayton, Ohio, a city known to be the hometown of Killed by Voices, but for this territory is important because in 1995 was signed the agreement that put end of the bloody Yugoslav wars. Maybe I want to ask you, how much the context in which you live and the bands that come from there are an influence for your music and your lyrics?
Yeah, you're talking about the Bosnia-Herzegovina, the peace accord. Is that what you're saying? What did you say about Yugoslavia?
Yes, in Dayton was signed an agreement
Yes.
at the end of the Yugoslav wars.
Yeah, the peace accords. Yeah,
Yes.
that's a big deal. I'm not sure why it happened in Dayton.
And does that have to do with naval bases?
I mean, there's a big Air Force base, but I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Can do it another one.
No, it was good.
How much the city where you live is an influence for your music and your lyrics?
I think quite a bit. I mean, we have there's a song on Cheap Fame called Dayton. On Oppositional Defiance, the opening track is so Christian and I, our bass player, we worked at a bar for a long time, and in 2019, so 4 years ago.
Last time we were here.
Last time we were at Punk Rock Hall, there was a mass shooting at our bar. So a guy came with a rifle and killed 9 people outside of this bar that we worked at, and then the cops killed him. So 10 people dead altogether, and that really set the tone for like writing that record. So I think like if you listen to the lyrics, a lot of these records are very close to the chest. It's we write about the things that we know and experiences that we have, and a lot of those experiences are in our hometown. And so I feel like the economy, the infrastructure of the city, just everything really affects how we live and how we write about it, and the events that take place, especially something like that, which shapes kind of the mood for the entire record, so yeah, quite a bit, man. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I have last
Talking.
question.
Makes sense.
Now we are going back home, but we have one show left. Do you think you dedicate yourself to other projects, or are you having something planned with Reagan?
Oh, I mean, we just go home and
This is my last tour ever.
bullshit. we go home and all go back to our jobs and families. I mean, we've got he mentioned Luke's other band, the Starter Jackets. Hospital Job. Sorry, we've got a tour booking with them in October, and just planning the next thing and the next thing.
Yeah, we have a release show for the 7-inch with the Story Changes coming up September 3rd. I mean, we're always moving, man, and we actually have a new record written. We have like 15 or 16 songs. We just haven't, and we've had them for quite some time, but we haven't found time to record them yet. So we're working on it, and when we get home, I think, maybe in November we'll try to find a time to record another record.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. We are waiting for the new record. So
Thank you.
It's enough for me.
All right, thanks. Sorry,
Thank you.
I talked.
Bye bye. See you guys.